Hello, can you hear me? Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me share my screen also. Okay, yeah, I'm also going live on my channel, so that's why I was just testing. Okay, so yeah, hi.
Cool. Hi.
So yeah, so in today's live, hello everyone. In today's live, we'll be talking about the UniFi access point. As you all know, the UniFi has tons of access point, like depending on the size of, I mean, depending on the bands and
Mhm.
the features like the outdoor wall mount and like they have all type of access point depending on the
Yeah.
use case. So I was about to show you one more thing before we proceed on the access point topic. So last week
Mhm.
we have gone through the UniFi switches. So let me show you. Ubiquiti added a switch like without any social. I mean, they didn't put that on the social network like about the switches. They put those two switches, enterprise on the legacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they have added these two switches, the campus 48 SPOE. S means stacking.
Ah.
So yeah, I thought I should do on this uh, on this streaming. We should discuss
Yeah.
on that because without any notice they have done the two switches like the enterprise 48 and the 24 as a legacy, and I think they have removed that switch. I'm not sure because I've seen that. Yeah, you see they have done the legacy on the XG24
Hmm.
and even on the other switches also, uh, like they have done on the enterprise, so that should we should take a look into that. So this one they have a legacy and they have added two switches here.
I can't see your camera, just so you know.
Yeah, you can see. Oh,
I
just
can't see your camera. No.
oh, okay, let me share that, sorry about that.
You good?
Yeah, I think I was sharing. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, I think you would be able to see now. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So here and under the enterprise they have added these two switches and they
Yep.
have done legacy on the 48 PoE, enterprise 48 PoE and the enterprise 24 PoE, and they have done this on the new switches as a stacking. So they have finally brought the stacking features, as you can see the diagram here.
Hmm. Which is funny because last week we mentioned in the live stream that it was kind of hard to find a use case for the enterprise switches, the XG switches.
Yeah.
So it's funny to see they finally put those on the legacy, and they have
Yes.
these new switches that are coming out.
Yeah. So as you can see here, they are doing the like stacking stuffs, and everything is similar. As you can see here, it is providing. They provide the standard also, as well as the stacking. Both, I mean, they price similar, like $500 more on the stacking, and without stacking, if you look into that, it will give you the 3999 and three.
Yep.
Similarly for the 24 also, standard as well as the stacking.
Interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, you will see the MC lag and the stacking features finally on the UniFi switches also.
They also seem to have upgraded their website a little bit. It looks a little different this week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have improved that because everything you see on the techspecs.ui.com, all those detail, but now they have
Hmm.
improved them on the same website. Like they have put the
Yep.
build features, like add-ons, any add-ons you need on this device that has been added. Even you can check under the build features in the deployment. So that was changed, I mean, last night I think when I checked that, even you can check these two switches got 100 gig QSFP 28 stacking ports also. You can see here. Even it got a console port also. You can see.
Oh, it does have a console port, yeah.
Yeah, it has 1 GB management port and 1 GB console port.
It's a pretty beefy switch.
Yeah, and I mean they have not announced anywhere. They just have added silently. And here you can compare
Yeah.
it both the switches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the port layout at it is like 1 GB RJ45 2.5 GB RJ45 is there because there is no 1 gig port starting from 2.5 and 10 GB RJ45 port is there also. So it's very beefy switch I think.
Yep.
And it got all the things like swappable PSU and the swappable fans also.
It's also got ether lighting.
Yeah, also it's ether lighting, yes. Also you can see the switching capacity on those both switches and the total non-blocking throughput.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, also they have increased the L3 table size also, the ARP entries and the IPv4 routes also you can see here. Because previously they don't have these things they don't add under the tech specs, but now they are putting the ARP entries, IPv4 routes, even the packet buffer size.
Yep.
Also under the features you can see the layer 3 features they have listed. DSCP server local networks, they don't support DSCP relay, inter VLAN routing, stacking routing local networks, you can stack that. And the layer 2 features like LACP port aggregation and STP and RSTP, they have mentioned that. But these switches does not support Pro AV. As you can see, yeah. And everything you will see is the same as like existing switches. So yeah, let's come back to the today's topic about UniFi Access Point.
Yeah, there's a lot of access points. They keep adding more.
Yeah, now they have added recently in the enterprise lineup.
You have the E7 access points.
Yeah, E7 and E7 campus both are. I mean, they have a different use case.
In the E7 audience as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think they have released that E7 audience.
It's on the website.
Yeah,
it's not available to purchase yet.
Yes, you can see here. It's not available yet. It's like the base station. The form factor is like the base station XG. The thing is here it support 6 gigahertz band also, tri radio 5 and 6 gigahertz band, and it got 10 GB uplink. So now let's say about what UniFi access point you have used from the list of the access point Ubiquiti have. I mean, and your personal experience on that.
I've used a couple of them. Like just going off the list on the website here, like I've used the U7 Pro. That one's not as good as I think it should be, but it's a really solid access point. I've used the U6 Enterprise. I really like that one. That one's really powerful.
Yeah, that is good. I mean, I've also seen that as compared to the U7 Pro, everyone, if they want to utilize 6 gigahertz band, they should stick to the U6 Enterprise because there is no such issues on the U6 Pride on the IoT as well as any other devices. But lately we have seen on those two access points, the U7 Pro Max and the U7 Pro has a tons of issues regarding on the 2.4 gigahertz like the IoT devices. They keep disconnecting. Even the firmware has been rolled out like the older and the early access. If you're on the early access platform, even the lots of complaint on the community if you check that. So everyone's skipping that.
But I do like the U6 Enterprise. I've also used the U6 Pro, U6 Long Range, and U6 Plus. All of them have been really great access points. My favorite's probably the U6 Plus just because of how cheap it is. I feel like it does a lot for the price for $130.
Yeah, I think
Um,
as of now, if you have U6 Lite, so in that comparison, you should choose for the U6 Plus, because
yeah,
they don't have a U6 Lite shown under the website here, because they have released a U6 Plus which has the same spec, and it was bit cheaper than this one, I am sure. But from
yeah,
this UniFi 6 lineup, I like the U6 Pro most here,
yeah,
because yeah, it has a 4 into 4 MIMO on the 5 gigahertz, and there are no such issues. uh, like if you have use it on your network environment, you don't get any complaints, and the client connectivity is also good. Like if
yep,
you use the band steering features, it really works that, because if you're on the 5G bands, or even on the like the Wi-Fi 6, so yeah,
hmm
it's still the clients to that use that band, and even you get a good throughput on that. Like I've tested on all the channel width and everything, like 80 megahertz you get full speed, and if you choose a 40 megahertz, speed is little bit slow as compared to the 80
hmm
megahertz channel width. But that is very, I mean, good access point. After that, I should range the U6 long range. This is also very
hmm
good access point, because it has a good long range. You can just put on a single access point and the signal penetrate, I mean, long.
yeah, yeah. It does go. The distance on that one is really good. I've
Hmm.
also used the AC mesh. Um, it's older, but I like
Yeah,
the AC mesh. It works
I mean,
fine.
the form factor of AC mesh, like it has two that directional, omnidirectional antenna on
Yeah,
that. So that's a good access point, like a small access point you can mount on a wall. It's get
hmm
quite hot also. I mean, mostly all ubiquity access point get hot.
right. Yes. I've also used a Swiss Army knife, and it works pretty well. I've honestly noticed that it seems to be better than the AC mesh. The Swiss Army knife is $10 cheaper,
Yeah,
but I can put antennas on the top of it, and it actually seems to have better range than the AC mesh does.
I mean, the
In my
army
testing.
knife is a very good access point. Only the thing is, it will miss. Like it's still just a Wi-Fi 5. It is not
Right.
Wi-Fi
Yep.
6. That's the only downside of with this access point. But it works quite well. If you see, you have to purchase those omnidirectional antennas separately.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it works really well, and you can use it outdoor exposed, I believe. So
Yeah,
you can really put it in whatever weather conditions you want,
I think it's
and it works really well.
it's rated outdoor, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Indoor outdoor access point. Yeah.
That is nice. I think, yeah. Now you see the comparison chart here. That's quite good.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, you can look for all the outdoor access point, from starting from U7 outdoor, U6 Mesh Pro, the U6 Mesh, and the Swiss Army knife. So you can see the price on that. This
Yeah.
is the cheapest, and the other U6 mesh is also good. I mean, as like the form factor is similar to the Flex SD, which is they no longer providing. I mean, if you see, they don't have the Flex SD, Nano SD, which is
Yep.
like the stop manufacturing. They have stopped manufacturing on that. So if you see
Yeah.
the MIMO on that, only the U6 mesh has a 4 into 4 on the 5 gigahertz, and all other have 2 into 2.
Yep.
So the concurrent clients connected on the U6 mesh will be higher as compared to these all access point. As you can see here, they have maximum client count. And the only difference will be the U7 outdoor has a 2.5 GB Ethernet interface.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference, yes. Because
It
you,
also has Wi-Fi 7 compared to everything else on the
yeah,
chart that has
yeah,
Wi-Fi
that's,
5 or 6.
yes,
So
correct, correct. So that's for the outdoor access point. Then we should look for the wall access point. So how is the experience with the wall access point?
I've actually never used the in-wall access points. I really want to. They look really nice. I just haven't had a use for them yet. But I've heard that a lot of other people really do like the in-wall access points.
Yeah, I think so. The U7 Pro wall is also good. I have heard like lots of them are using on the wall. It's quite good network connectivity, and this one is good. I mean, but not noticeable right now. The U6 Enterprise involved.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one is also use the only the good thing about the in-wall access point, but you get extra ports like the
Yeah,
PoE out ports. You can power any camera. Like this is mostly used in hotels and everything where you will place this access point, single access point in a room,
yep.
and you,
I've never checked, but can you do port profiles on those? Like, can you
yeah,
switch the VLAN and stuff?
you can do. You can set a port profile on that because I have tested on the previous, like the older Gen 1 AC involve. So in that it
Okay.
was working. So I'm pretty sure it is. It should be working on that
Yeah.
because you can under the deployment you can see here you can just PoE in from this involve access point to the camera. I
Gotcha.
mean,
Yep.
oh, sorry, through the UniFi talk phone, managed VoIP
To the
phone.
talk phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will provide. So depending on that, like how much PoE in you are giving, I mean, what's the PoE in you are giving if you're giving from the UniFi switch PoE plus or the PoE, both thing. If you give the PoE plus, that much output power you will get on that PoE out. I think the U7 Pro wall does not have that extra ports.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they
I
have
didn't see that.
yeah, they have removed those things, and I'm thinking this is a fan. I think you can see here,
Hmm.
like for the
Okay. Yeah,
heat,
it looks like it.
they have ventilation on the fan. Like these access point because of it has a Wi-Fi 7 chip on that, so it get quite hot. So to release the
Yeah.
heat, they have used that, and we can compare here with the U6 extender. So I mean this we should say about this is a U6 extender. You can call as a mesh devices, like you can extend the Wi-Fi on this because this is pretty I mean if you check older one, I think I'm not sure about the previous one which is just a Wi-Fi 5, but this U6 extender is just you have to plug it on the socket and you have to
Yep.
mesh it with the uplink access point which is on the wired connection, so you have to adopt in that way.
I've never used one of those either, but I've heard that they work well and they extend the Wi-Fi better than most like standard Wi-Fi extenders do.
Yes, I mean pretty straightforward. All the access point in the UniFi by default support mesh. You can just create a wireless mesh on that.
Yeah.
So after that we should take a look into the enterprise one. So
Yeah.
right now they have just announced this enterprise for the enterprise network where you required high availability, redundancy. So they are
Yep.
targeting that customer on the enterprise, and these access point are, I mean, on the iPerf speed test and open speed test they are performing quite well. I've
Yeah.
uh, I've seen some video because there is one conference going on WLPC, so where Ubiquiti is also, I mean, giving the, I mean, each and every brand and vendor go with their devices like the latest enterprise devices in the market. So they test. So I have seen on the social site on the X, they they provide good speed on the enterprise
Yeah.
access point.
Yeah, and I've seen some YouTube videos about them as well. And the creator that I saw, he had really good speeds too.
I mean,
And he actually tested the high availability features, and it seemed to be really reliable.
exactly.
One thing that's interesting on your screen there, they have a 10 gig PoE plus plus adapter now.
Yes,
I didn't realize they have separate adapters now for 10 gig.
they have.
Yep.
So instead of, if you don't have a UniFi switch which provide PoE plus plus, you can just grab this 10G PoE plus plus adapter, 60 watt. So it will provide all those. I mean, it has all those features like surge, peak pulse, and
Yeah.
protection, also surge protection on that. And depending on the like, if you check these design access point, it's not like a round shape like like their default access point. They have used different, I mean, design on that. But
Oh,
this
really?
also looks good. You can see here the LED has been removed from the middle one,
Yeah.
and it is just on the sideways, like on the edges. And the back side, you can see they have like the heat sink, all those thing, ventilation given on the each access point, you can see here.
Yep. It looks like a nice design. I like how the LED is kind of off to the side. It's not like
Also,
as distracting.
yeah, yeah. Also, the thing is that the mounting is similar to your existing access point. So you, like, if you
Oh, okay.
have any pro access point like the U6 Pro and all those, you can use those mounting because it is compatible with the UniFi Pro mounting
Oh, I didn't
system.
see that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
you can see this is for the U6 LR also. You can use for the
Yep.
U6 Pro, U6 Enterprise. So they have the same mounting plate. So that's a good thing. You don't need to
Yeah.
purchase separate plate for that. So similarly, this is the campus one. This has, I mean, different use case. You can mount it on a pole or like mostly designed for the outdoor. I think it's
Yeah.
outdoor rated, and they have something like the prism technology.
Yeah, they showed that off in one of their videos. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And this access point is really useful for something like maybe like a college campus where you have a lot of area outside where you might want to cover Wi-Fi. And this does it really well. You can do up to I think over 1,000 connected devices.
Yes.
That's really nice.
And you can see it is a weatherproof IP67 rated with the cable covers on that. So that's good thing. You can see the design of this. This looks really good design. You can see.
And now that one is a different mounting mechanism than the
Yes.
standard. Yeah.
Yes. It's got a high selectivity prism technology, RF filtering, and this is a real time spectral analysis which is already there on the U7 Pro Max if you check under the analyzer.
Hmm. Have you
And
tried the U7 Pro Max?
no, I just tried U7 Pro.
Okay.
Also, the good thing is like the level option is still there. As you can see, it's inbuilt on that access point at the top here. The level,
Yeah, a lot of their point-to-point antennas have that level
yeah.
on there.
So similarly, kind of that thing, like you can see, it's never seen on the UniFi access point because they provide the leveler separately, but
Yeah.
this is like inbuilt on that. So this is the
Yep.
mounting plate. You can see the mounting for the pole mount, wall mount, all those things, accessories. And this one is not released yet. They will soon release on March 2025, I think.
Yeah.
This is also quite good as compared to the other access point like the base station XT, because this is designed for the
Yep.
stadium and big conference, mostly designed for the stadium and all those things, I think. You can
Yeah,
see.
I mean it's really useful. If you put it right in the middle of the stadium, you can cover a whole bunch of
Yes,
kind of audience.
because it like for, it says like 5,000 square feet, I mean, open coverage.
Yep.
So this is all the comparison. All these access point of the Wi-Fi 7, and they all got spatial stream 1010, and instead only just a E7 audience got 2L spatial stream, and you can see the coverage. The E7 only got a 2000 square feet, and all those other campus and the audience got same 5000 square feet coverage area. The single access point can deliver those cover area. I think this is very useful for large enterprise audience.
Yeah. I remember Linus Tech Tips put one of the old base stations in his attic or something at some point. It was
Yes,
a little overkill. This is
that's
more designed for stadiums, like you said, or larger installations where you have a lot of clients connected to it.
yeah. If you use on your neighborhood, you will block other networks.
Yeah.
And they still, I mean, AC Pro is still getting. If you can see, this is the older access point, the AC Pro, which is quite good. I mean, if you see the MIMO on that, it has 3 into 3 MIMO on both 2.4 as well as 5 gigahertz. So these are the comparison of the from the AC Pro, U7 Pro, U6 Enterprise, and the U7 Pro. So among this is a very popular, and everyone replace. I mean, mostly from the AC Pro to the U6 Pro, or the latest one, Pro
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, I've used the AC Pro. I forgot about that one. And it works. It works fine. It's pretty powerful for how old it is.
Yeah, still, I mean, most of them are using on their network ACLR and the
Yeah.
AC Pro. Still relevant, but I mean, those who are upgrading, they're just upgrading from the latest one, that the U6 Pro, U7 Pro Max.
Yep.
And then comes the bridging. This is quite different market. Like if you already know about Ubiquiti has a point-to-point devices, but this is something like if you want them on the same UniFi controller platform to manage them, then you should go for the building bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, pretty much when I use those, instead of using bridges, I've been using their UISP products. But it's really cool. I mean, I could totally use those building-to-building bridges with a Device Bridge Pro to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just sending some Wi-Fi basically out a couple hundred feet um, to another setup that I have. So I could be using a building-to-building bridge, but I just use the UISP products because they're a little bit cheaper.
Yes.
And that allows me to try UISP, try the software, see how it works. But these products are really nice. It makes it a lot easier to do that wireless bridging, a lot less configuration for people, especially who don't know how to use UISP products. This just lives, like you said, right in the Unified Network application.
Yeah, that's correct. So, I mean, the only point you will see, the Air Max devices point-to-point USB, they are quite cheaper when you go for the same thing, like the 60 gigahertz wireless bridge. You can just look for, only the thing you have to manage it separately on the USB. That is not a big deal, but those who don't want to go with the other platform, they want to stick on the UniFi, they should go for this one, and they're depending on that. You can see the differences. But the latest one, I mean, this has been announced like for 4 to 5 months. They are quite good. I mean, the Device Bridge Pro and the Device Bridge.
Yeah, they're pretty new.
So this one is good. I think it gives range up to 5 kilometer. You can just create a point-to-point link on that. You can see here, 5 kilometer distance you can link. Yeah. So one should be connected on the switch, another one should be connected powered, and it will create a link on that. You can adopt it on the UniFi controller.
Yep.
And this is the device with the smallest one, and this is quite good also. You can just create a bridge from your existing UniFi devices like the access point, and you can just pair it with them, and you can power the camera from the device bridge.
Yep. Yeah, this is less geared for like a point-to-point setup. It's more of just a point-to-device setup where you just have probably a single device that gets PoE output from that and just connects up to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Because it got just one single, I mean, external Omni antenna. You can also get RPSMA, so you can just take a look into the comparison of that. So from all four, this the two latest one, device bridge and the pro device bridge pro, they are the cheaper as compared to the building to building UBB XG and the UBB.
Yeah. Now the
And
UDB XG is a lot faster, I think, than the Device Bridge Pro. I could be wrong.
yeah, you can say that because it got a 60 gigahertz plus 5 gigahertz, both the
Yeah.
dual radio redundancy. So that's why it is, I mean, pretty fast as compared to, because it is
Yeah.
outdoor rated, and even you can power it. I mean, you can use the 10 gig SFP ports also, SFP plus port in that. So you can see here, that's the difference.
Yep.
And then what else is left on the, so this one is not yet released. I mean, they have told it will be available on Feb 20, but still it is not available. This is the
Mm.
outdoor rated U7 Pro access point.
Yeah. Where would you see this being used? Like what kind of deployment?
I mean, it is similarly, if you see the AC Mesh Pro, U6 Mesh Pro, it is used on the school campus where you don't want to
Yeah.
go with that beefy E7 campus, because it is quite cheaper as compared to them. You get even Wi-Fi 7 on that. Only the thing, you won't get any traditional that high availability on that access point as compared to the E7.
True. Yep.
And coverage is quite similar. If you check for the use E7 campus, it's also coverage of to 5,000 square feet. So I think that's all access point I think we have covered. Do you have anything else to cover on that access point thing?
Um. Not that I can think of right now. I mean, we covered all of them. The only thing is there's the U6 Enterprise in wall or whatever that was called. It's
Yes.
pretty similar to the other in walls, just a little more powerful, I think.
Yeah, the only difference in that U6 Enterprise has a Wi-Fi 6E, and even it got all those ports also, like the extra ports for the PoE out, like you
Yeah.
can use that port.
Oh, it's
And
also got the Bluetooth Low Energy radio for
yes,
UniFi IoT.
yes,
Yep.
all those Wi-Fi 7 access point does not have any Bluetooth on it.
We could also talk about the new what was that called? The new
I mean, Superlink, I think that's gateway.
yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yes, I think, because if you check for this one, they have recently, like last week, they have announced.
Yep.
So the thing is, like when they announced the U7 access point, like the series, like the U7 Pro, Pro Max, and all those access point, so everyone noticed you can't pair your UP sense, the protect sensor from the UniFi camera here. So that's a big bummer on that. Everyone was complaining because it was not supported. So uh, everyone was looking into that older access point to use that, which has a Bluetooth connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, to eliminate that, Ubiquiti release a different lineup, like the Superlink with all the sensors.
Yeah.
So now this Superlink support 7 UP Sense Bluetooth devices. So it's kind of hub, I think. You can even
Yeah.
pair it all your sensors, which they have not released yet. But if you have checked that video, the announcement video, under that they have given all type of sensors, like the smoke sensor, water sensor, light sensor, everything. Ubiquiti, they will release, I think, this year.
Yeah, they showed a lot of sensors on there.
Yep. So this is how the Superlink work. You can see the deployment here.
Yep. So it almost looks like they're getting to a point where they could have some kind of like alarm system. They have some alarm sensors, but they could almost I could see them offering some kind of subscription plan for like alarm monitoring. So there's a lot of companies like in the U.S. especially that will do like Ring does an alarm system.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of Simply Safe. Ubiquiti could almost do that with all of these sensors in the SuperLink platform. It'd be a really easy way to have kind of a wireless alarm system that
Yes.
links into the unified ecosystem, so you could use it for other things as well. But for security monitoring, that would be really cool to see Ubiquiti offer that.
Yeah. So do you have the UniFi sensor, like the protect sensor in your
I do not.
network? I mean, it's quite good. I think you can just use a single. It's so you see, it's sold out because previously I've seen it was available. Because after the announce of the SuperLink gateway, this sensor sold out like pretty fast.
Interesting.
Because
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it.
it's been a while, around for a while. I haven't used it. The reason I haven't used it is because I have a Zigbee network at my house, so I use Home Assistant,
Hmm.
and the Zigbee sensors are typically a lot cheaper. But this sensor is really nice because this specific sensor has a lot more features to it. So it's got the 1 year battery life, but it does motion detection. I think it's got temperature in there. There's a light sensor.
Yes.
There's all kinds of things you can do,
Temperature,
all
humidity
in one
sensor.
unit.
Yeah. They have even use everyone even use like for the even on the water. I think they everyone use there like to provide the water sensor adapter. So in that you have to get the 3 pack on that. Then you will
Mm,
get the water sensor adapter for that. You will get one adapter where you will just place those UP sense on that, and it will work like as water sensor.
that's cool.
Yes, it will. It is available on the 3 pack, and the 3 pack is already sold out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a comment on the live stream from Rob M, who says he thinks that their sensors is going to be a huge move for Ubiquiti, and he has several of the sensors that he's been waiting for the new way to connect them. And he also said that the batteries in all of his sensors is more than 2 years old, and they are all above 90%, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone in the Ubiquiti community use that sensor, so it's pretty good. I mean, I've never seen any complaint about that.
Yeah,
So I think if we take a, I mean, if we take a look into that thing, like that video, I think which Ubiquiti released like last week about this
yeah,
sensor device. In that way, we will. I mean, everyone, our like those who are watching stream. I mean, mostly everyone have already watched, but if we will
yeah,
cover here, so that will be good. I think
yeah.
everyone. I think I should
Go
check
for
on.
it.
Yeah. I think this one.
Imagine detecting a water leak.
So do you see the screen here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, sure.
Instantly triggers a siren and sends a
Actually, it's frozen.
real-time webhook notification.
Okay, just give me a second.
You're good.
Okay. I think it says to resume, but I'm not able to share that.
Interesting.
The Zoom says your screen sharing is paused, and I click on resume, it didn't resume. I think I'm running the video, that's why it stopped.
Oh, maybe.
I think you should give it a try. I think
Yeah.
I will stop sharing.
Rob M also said in the comments, as far as the U7 in wall with the RJ45 ports, he thinks UniFi was waiting for a larger power supply of PoE+++ due to the power required by the U7 APs, which makes sense because they probably can't pass power through if the
Yes.
access point itself is taking a lot of power. Okay.
Let me
So sharing is not turned on.
uh yeah, I think allow I
I'll
will.
send a request.
Yeah, I think yeah. Can you try now?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's do this one and share. Okay, so there's an ad right there.
Yeah.
Remove this. Okay.
Yeah, better now.
Does it work for you?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Good. I can't hear any sound from it for some reason, but
Yeah, even I cannot hear any sound, but that is fine.
okay. Yep. So you'll see there's some wide ranges of applications these sensors are being used in.
Yes.
Some alarms there, some notifications, and if we pause here, actually maybe if I go a little forward, shows kind of all of the sensors that they're planning on releasing.
Yeah, everything is linked to the Superlink gateway. That's a hub like
Yep.
thing. I mean, they have even hub also to power connect those through
Yep.
that hub.
Yeah, so there's a lot of relays you can add. There's smoke detector, siren, glass break, key fob,
Yeah.
an environment sensor, entry sensor, alarm control sensor, or
Motion
button,
sensor, air
motion sensor.
quality.
Yep. So there's a wide range of products they've thought of, and I'm sure there's more they can even add after they release this batch of products that can extend the ecosystem. And there's even a smaller version of the relay hub, it looks like, down here in the middle.
Yeah, that is, I think if you take a look into the video, they have used that key fob also to turn on the light and the sensor.
Yeah. So they've got many sensors placed all over the
Yes.
application. And on the UniFi Protect page, you can actually see all the sensors, see all the averages of the temperatures,
Yes.
see humidity, light levels, leak detection, all of that stuff.
Yes. I mean, if we have one product sensor right now, we would also have seen those things like the sensor manager and the product.
It says multi-year battery life, which is really cool. Up to 2 kilometers. So I was curious, does this work the same way as Zigbee does? Like, can you mesh them together?
Yeah, pretty much. I can see here. It says like you can see here. It is pairing here like a Zigbee. So not sure.
Gotcha. Because like Zigbee, the devices will interconnect to each other
Yes.
to kind of make a mesh network. And
Mesh
extend
network,
it.
yeah.
So yeah.
So I think it will be same as that of Zigbee. We'll see when
Gotcha.
it come up.
So they've got like an alarm control panel there.
Yes.
Sensors.
The motion sensors.
different-
Yeah.
Yep, different actions you can do on the control panel. You could do panic, you could do arm, night mode.
Yeah.
And it's PoE powered. It looks like it's in the same form factor as the UMR,
UMR.
Ultra.
Yeah. UMR Ultra.
Yeah. Nice. Yep.
So that was pretty much. I mean, the Superlink gateway. It was highlighted for the sensor, which was supporting the Bluetooth devices. So with a single gateway now, right now you can pair up to 7 UniFi sensor, Protect sensor.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, that's really cool.
one thing I would like to share the design. I mean, right now we notice about that. I think we have noticed about the UMR Ultra, as you said, correct?
Yeah.
I will show you one more thing about the differences they have. I mean, the common. So right now, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So right now they have this camera security, and they have added the AI key. Where is the AI key? So yeah. So right now you'll see the form factor of this AI key is kind of, I mean, the design is similar to that of the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus, and you can see the rack mount.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And you see the rack mount is also same as a Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus. You can have the Cloud Key Gen 2. If you go back and check for the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus, you will see NBRs. Yeah, you will see the Cloud Key Plus, and you will see the add-ons here. Select the rack mount of the Cloud Key. You'll see the kind of
Yeah.
design idea they see with that. So if we check under here advanced under the integrations, the UMR Ultra, which you
Yep.
already have, I think it's similar as compared to
Yep.
the Superlink gateway.
Yeah. Rob M also said for an enterprise having stable access to all those sensors is huge, and I agree. Like if they're relying on critical information from these sensors, having a reliable connection is pretty important to them.
Yes, that's correct.
He also said he's pretty sure they are not using meshing to connect them because it can be too unstable. So they must just be operating on like a super like low frequency or something. That way they can send the data back to the SuperLink hub efficiently if they're not meshing, which I don't know if they are or not.
I
But
mean, yeah, pretty much they are connecting all through those hubs, so there might be some frequency control or something
yeah,
if they are not doing mesh, because as it can create, I mean, issues on the mesh network if we
right,
interconnect all those through meshing.
that is true.
Okay, and this, yeah, so Superlink. Anything else you want to we should discuss on this? So if you,
I don't know. I want to save the UniFi Protect stuff for the next live stream.
yeah, I think that
But I think we covered most of the access points. What we could do is we could talk about the access point accessories.
yes, yeah, that is also good thing. I mean, we have seen those mostly everyone use a 3D printing instead of going with the
Yes.
ubiquity. So
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to 3D print usually, but they do provide a lot of different wall mounts and different arm mounts for the access points.
yes, I mean, have you used these covers? I mean, mostly I've seen these covers on the Nano HD when they have announced during that time.
Yeah, I have not used the covers. I think they work on the U6 Plus now and the U6 Lite,
Yes,
but not the
and
bigger access points.
I think this compatible to U6 Plus, U6 Lite, and the Nano HD.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I haven't had to use for them.
yeah, I've also not used it because it is not available, and because they have announced this because everyone started to paint the access point like it void the warranty. With Ubiquiti
Yeah.
said if you just paint any extra on that, it will void the warranty on that. So that's why.
Actually, if you click on professional, they do have a flat or a paintable cover for the U7 access points.
Yes.
I didn't see that, but that would answer that right there. Like you said, you can paint your access point now without voiding the warranty.
Yes. Also, they have this for the U7 Pro. I think U7 wall. I think
Hmm.
this is stable. I mean,
Well, that's cool.
this one. Yeah, they have when they have announced these access point. This was quite. I mean, quite look good. I mean, if you check for that paintable flush mount on that, you can see different. It's some wooden. This is on the tiles and the and how to use these accessories. They see they got extra cover for that.
Yeah, they're very good at providing good instructions on how to install the equipment, especially with these different mounts. They have like a full instruction booklet for the Pro Max 16 switch of how to install it, which is really nice.
Yeah, even you have that switch, correct? I think they have installation
Yes,
guide
yep.
for that Pro Max 16 PoE.
Yeah.
If you check for the add-ons here,
Yeah, so they've got like a QR code on the box and it walks you through exactly step by step how to install it, what screws to put in, all that kind of stuff. It's really nice.
yeah, it is nice. I think if you check for the rack mount also, they have tons of rack mount accessories like the toolless mini rack, and they have already have a full rack cabinets like 42U.
I'd love to try it, but it's very expensive.
Very expensive. You have to pay extra charge for the delivery also. Like
Yeah, Rob M said their instructions are very IKEA-like, which they are. So any
Yes,
IKEA furniture is very detailed on the instructions on how to set it up.
you can say that, correct.
Rob also said he doesn't understand why they never had any covers for the U6 Pro since it was their flagship, which is true because, yeah, the U6 Pro or U6 Enterprise never had any covers for them, which was kind of surprising
I mean,
because,
after Nano HD, U6 Plus, U6 Lite, and UP, they have stopped providing for the access point. I mean, the thing is, it was getting quite hard. I mean, if you see, if you mount on a surface, and if you're
yeah,
using
true.
any, yeah. So depending on that, they have stopped doing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, those U6 Enterprise access points do get very hot when you touch them.
Yes, even the U7 Pro right now, this one is also quite getting hot. And the
Yeah.
U7 Pro Max, I've heard it has a fan on that, like on the middle part.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, I think I've seen in the Reddit post in the community forum,
Interesting.
it has a fan on that. Even that fan sound is also, I mean, noticeable when it runs lots of client. I've seen in some
I get.
videos like,
Yeah, I haven't watched too many videos about them.
and these are the AP external antennas.
Yeah.
This UMA D antenna is the compatibility of the mesh access point, the older one, UAPAC mesh. This is the directional one, and the omnidirectional you can use with the UK Ultra access point.
Yes. Yeah, so the antennas actually for that one that you have pulled up, they look the same as the U6, or not the U6, the UniFi Mesh access point.
Yes,
And so I took the antennas off of the mesh access point I had. I put them on the UMR Ultra, or not UMR Ultra, the
Swiss Army Knife
what was
Ultra.
it? Yes, the Swiss Army Knife Ultra. I put them on that, and it works fine for me.
Yeah, I think the design is same as if you check for the UAPAC mesh access point, the antenna.
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
I
they look
mean the
very similar.
default antenna, it looks very similar if you take a look into the access point. Yeah, it's similar. You can see here.
Yep.
This was a popular access point when it during that time. I mean, still everyone uses that on the
Yeah.
network for the outdoor. If you have a proper outdoor, I mean, you don't have any water leak or something, this works
Yep.
well. So right now on the list it says 25 access point, but if we take a look, there are lots of other access point which they have not listed. I mean, they have removed, but we can search it from here, like the Nano HD. You can
Yep.
see, you can search for this access point. I think it's still used, but uh, recently I've dealt with this access point. It has like latency issues, and the
Oh,
signal strength is quite poor on the 5 gigahertz band.
interesting.
Almost, yeah. uh, I have one customer who is using like 5 access point on this, like, and he's using the flex HD also. Those two access point on the 5 gigahertz, it's has a poor bandwidth. Even the AP placement is also like in between access point you have a lots of distance. I mean, there is no interference or in between APs, but still after tuning and even using the separate channel for each access point, still it is giving those issues. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Interesting.
And this one, Flex HD, I think. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Now that seemed to be that's the old version of the U6 mesh, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
This is the Wi-Fi 5, and that the U6 mesh is Wi-Fi 6, 802.11 AX standard, I think. This also get hot. I mean, these access point also quite get hot. I mean,
Interesting.
it these access point does not have any like a heat dissipation, like heat sink something.
No fans.
No fans. I'll I'll check here. The flagship one, only the U7 Pro Max has fan. I've heard that, but I will take a look into that video. I will share it with you. I think we have covered pretty much of all the access point and the
Yeah.
accessories, everything.
Yeah, I think that's about all. Our stream is almost at an hour too.
Yeah, I think so.
So, anything else you can think of?
I think we have pretty much covered all the topics. Like for this week's stream, like that we have focused on the access point, and we before starting the stream we have taken a look into those switches thing. Like they silently they have added the stacking switches. I mean, it is not yet released, but they have listed on the website. So
Yeah.
you have to take a look into that, because this will give the stacking support. I mean, right now the full enterprise lineup is completed. Like if we check for the deployment here, okay, this is these two support with the MC lag, and then you can have here the stacking switch, the diagram here.
Yep.
Like if you take
So you pretty much could do a highly available EFG. You could do the highly available the aggregation, and then the enterprise switches now. So like pretty much everything is highly available.
Yes. So they have put those things under the enterprise. If we take a look here in the enterprise 48, so that is the same diagram here. They have just added the stacking and the enterprise.
Yep.
So I think they have all stack up with the MC lag, high availability on this aggregation switches, enterprise fortress get in the stacking.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty much we have covered on this stream. Do you got?
Yeah, I agree.
I think, do you got any new questions on that?
I don't have anything else to add. No.
Yeah. Do you get any questions on the stream?
I have no questions. Nope.
Let me check mine. I think that is pretty much we have covered all the thing on this topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you next week for the UniFi Protect stream.
Yeah. See you next week. So bye.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. See ya.
See you. Bye.
All right, guys.